Hello, I'm 003, from the Earth 200 years later. Please subscribe to me. Tonight, the Huawei Harmony OS 2.0 release began to be upgraded, yet another detail from Huawei's launch has raised many eyebrows. Huawei has released a new 10.8-inch version of the MatePad Pro, which uses a Qualcomm Snapdragon 870 processor. Why is a Qualcomm chip being used in a new Huawei device? It seems that Qualcomm has already received a license to ship some of its chips to Huawei. We know that the global chip drought, for which Qualcomm may have lost at least $8 billion dollars, is not about saving Huawei, but about saving itself. Now that Qualcomm has resumed supply, is it possible for TSMC, which has half of the world's chip production capacity, to resume production of Kirin chips? It is only a matter of time. Reason 1. TSMC is going to the US to build 6 new chip factories in the midst of the highest global chip market demand. This also includes the 3nm process chips which are not in mass production yet. It currently has a lot of investment and capacity. Where will it sell the chips it produces? Obviously, TSMC not only has to expand the production of chips, the issue of chip sales also has to be taken into account. The demand for chips in the US cannot take up all of TSMC's production capacity. If TSMC is to achieve a balance between production and sales, it needs to take into account large customers like Huawei, because not only is the high demand, but they are using high process chips. So, TSMC also wants to supply Huawei, it just hasn't got the license yet. Reason 2. Although TSMC's revenue and profits are rising, TSMC also needs a stable and reliable market. If Apple is the only one consuming 5nm chips, this is still a big potential problem for TSMC. What's more, Huawei was TSMC's second largest customer. TSMC is unlikely to easily give up the Huawei market. Reason 3. Domestic chip technology is progressing rapidly. There is news that Shanghai has achieved the manufacture of 8nm lithography, and does not include US technology. Although the chip process is not yet up to the demands of Huawei's Kirin chips, technological breakthroughs tend to become fast with the test of time. If TSMC does not resume cooperation with Huawei as soon as possible, once domestic semiconductor companies rise to prominence, it will be difficult for TSMC to work with Huawei again. Moreover, TSMC's technology and capacity advantage today is the result of years of globalized market ending, and this asymmetric advantage is unlikely to last for long. The EU, South Korea and others have launched semiconductor renaissance plans. Once the chip manufacturing technology is mastered by most companies, TSMC's foundry advantage will be lost. So, we are not at all curious to see Qualcomm chips appearing on Huawei's new products. This is the necessary result of the global chip market, whether there is technology or production capacity. In the end, it is impossible to leave the reliance on the market. Now that the Huawei Harmony OS system has been officially released, it will be connected to everything in the future, and the demand for chips will grow. Temporary shortage of chips is not terrible. Huawei's definition of the future, more than just mobile phones. The future can be expected.